5 months ago, the Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump was shot in the face on camera. The shooter, Thomas Crooks, was killed, and the incident raised many questions. However, despite the magnitude of the event, it has largely disappeared from the news. Sean Davis, who has been investigating the incident, believes that there are three big questions that need to be answered. Who was the shooter? How did the shooting happen? And what happened to those who allowed it to happen? Davis has been looking into the incident through 4 different lenses: a total snafu across the board, strategic incompetence, a combination of incompetence and deliberate actions, and the possibility that the government was involved. He refuses to believe that the shooting was just a series of unfortunate accidents and incompetence. The shooter, Thomas Crooks, is still somewhat of a mystery. America First Legal sued to get his academic records, which showed that he was a good student. However, the FBI has not released any information about his phone devices or computer, despite having them in their possession. The Senate report from the Homeland Security Committee tried to dig into the incident, but the FBI only provided 27 pages of information. The shooting itself was a complex event. Crooks had IEDs in his car, which were wired and had detonators, but they were not armed. He also flew a drone for 20 minutes to get a bird's-eye view of the area. The Secret Service did not send their own drones, but they did have a drone detection system, which did not work all day due to a bad Ethernet cord. The counter-sniper team leader, who was the most junior person on the team, did not even bother to pick up his radio, which would have given him communication with the local police. This lack of communication allowed Crooks to get into position and shoot Trump. The security perimeter was not well defined, and the area where Crooks was shooting from was not under surveillance. The counter-sniper team lead did not set foot in the building where Crooks was shooting from, citing that he had to do paperwork. Davis believes that the incident was not just a series of unfortunate accidents, but rather a combination of incompetence and deliberate actions. He also believes that the FBI and the Secret Service are not telling the whole truth about the incident. The conversation also touches on the fact that the country is in free fall, and the government is not doing its job in investigating the incident. The lack of progress in the investigation is alarming, and it raises questions about the government's ability to carry out its basic functions. The incident also highlights the importance of the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. The conversation mentions that the government is trying to override the Second Amendment through tech advance. The government's inability to provide answers and the secrecy surrounding the incident are concerning, and it highlights the need for transparency and accountability. If you enjoyed this episode till now and want to listen to the complete episode, please subscribe to Quick Podcast Summaries on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for just $1 per month, and you can save an average of 20 hours per week of your precious time. It's a fantastic deal to save time and stay informed.